And it's on video, right?
I'm videoing
Okay.
you.
So this is my Foley checkoff. So we're going to be inserting an indwelling Foley catheter into our patient. In front of me, I have the physician's orders, and it is for an insertion of an indwelling Foley catheter for our patient Cody Taylor, birthday 7/18XX. So I'm going to start with gathering all of my materials. I have a soapy water basin that has I'm going to put soapy water in it, and I have a clean washcloth in there so I can clean the perineal area. In order to dry the perineal area, I have a dry, clean towel with me as well. And I also have a larger towel to go ahead and cover up the patient. The catheter that we're going to be using is a 14 French catheter. This is my 14 French sterile catheter. So now that I have all of my, and I already know that the gloves in here will fit me. So now I have all my materials. I'm gonna go ahead and bring them over to the patient's room. So I go, talk about now. Hello, my name is Delaney and I'll be your student nurse today. Can I go ahead and start by checking your wristband? Perfect. First and last name? Cody Taylor, and birthday 7/18XX. Awesome. And then the MRN's match 0123654. Perfect. So we are going to be inserting a Foley indwelling catheter today. So it's just going to insert the catheter into your bladder to release any of the urine that is in there. Do you have any questions? Okay, and then do you have any allergies? Perfect. Sounds good. So I'm going to start by closing the curtain for privacy. I will make sure that there's adequate light. And I'm going to go ahead and raise the bed, lower the side rail. Perfect. So now I'm going to perform hand hygiene, and I'm going to don a pair of clean gloves. Okay, and this will require me to expose your lower half. Is that okay? All right, so at this time, I'm going to go ahead and pull up your gown and drape a towel over you. All right, so I'll go ahead and pull up your gown and drape a towel over. So now I have my soap and water in here. It's an appropriate temperature. I'm going to go ahead and lift up this towel. Awesome, and I'm going to take my clean washcloth and clean. I'm going to start with the outer folds. Flip it over. There we go. The other outer. Then the inner. And the inner on the other side, and then the middle. Perfect. And here I am locating the urinary meatus. Awesome. And now I will take my clean, dry washcloth, and I will go ahead and dry the perineal area. Just make sure it's dry. Okay. Awesome. So now I can put that aside. Get rid of my gloves and perform hand hygiene. Alright, I can also put this aside. Oops, so, now I'm going to open my 14 French catheter kits, and I'm going to maintain the sterile field first before I open it. I'm going to make sure that I have a trash can at the appropriate spot so I can easily throw trash away without contaminating my sterile field. So here I am going to open up my catheter kit. I'm going to be careful. Make sure there's enough fluid. Open it. Okay. So it is a 14 French native sterile. So I'm going to start by opening away from me first, and then out to the sides, and making sure that I only touch the outer edges of the sterile drapes. Perfect. I'm going to go here. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my sterile drape. Make sure that I stay on the outer 1 inch of the drape, and that's the only part that is considered contaminated. Okay. Awesome. And then maintaining sterility of the field, I'm going to lay, and if my patient can, I'm going to have her lift up her buttocks and tuck this underneath without keeping in mind not crossing the sterile field. So now I'm going to go ahead and move this over a little bit. Don my sterile gloves. And this table would be at waist height. So I'm gonna maintain sterility and don my first pair of gloves. Awesome. Now awesome. Okay. Okay, and then this is the fenestrated drape. I will not be using this in the procedure, so I can dispose of that. I'm also minding to keep my hands above waist level to prevent any kind of contamination. This whole area is sterile, so I don't have to worry about contamination here. So I get all of this ready. I am going to open my sterile solution, pour over my cotton balls, and grab my forceps and put them on my cotton balls. I'm also going to take my saline solution, remove the cap, and connect it to my catheter. Here I'm also going to remove the wrapper of my catheter. Okay, and now I will, I'm just going to turn this actually this way, and I will remove my cap of my lubricant and put my lubricant in here. And I'm going to grab my catheter and roll it, just the first inch to two inches of the catheter into my lubricant. Okay, I can go ahead and place that there. Now, with my non-dominant hand, I'm going to go ahead and perform pericare. So I have my dominant hand on the genital area and I'm holding it firmly and open to expose the urinary meatus. Now I'm going to grab cotton balls and clean. So I'm going to go to the outside far labia majoris, clean and dispose. Outside near labia majoris, inside far labia, inside near labia, and then down the center for the urinary meatus. Okay, now that is done, I'm going to have my catheter over here, and I will coil this. Hold it about 3 inches away and then looking at the urinary meatus, I will insert the catheter about 1 to 2 inches in, explaining to the patient that she might feel pressure and to take deep breaths. Insert it about 2 to 3 inches at first until I see urine. And then have her take more deep breaths. And if I feel tension, I will twist it. I don't feel tension, and she doesn't feel to be any, or seem to be in any pain, so I'm gonna insert it 1 to 2 more inches. And then I'll hold that there, and I'll take my non-dominant hand off and inflate the balloon. If the patient feels pain, then I am in the wrong spot and I need to start over. There's no pain, so I can continue to inflate the 10 milliliters of saline solution into the catheter. Perfect. Then I can dispose of my saline syringe. All right, and I will take my catheter and hang it on a non-mobile part of the bedside. If this were a real bed, I would be able to hang it on that side, but I can't, so I'm going to hang it on this side. I will take hyperallergenic tape and tape the catheter to the upper thigh of the patient. And then I will, that is the complete insertion of the Foley catheter. I will remove my gloves, I'll remove my gloves, and then I can go ahead and clean up my area. Dispose of this in the trash. And then I will perform hand hygiene and don a new pair of gloves. Just because I can clean the perineal area if needed. So I have my new soapy water basin, clean towel, and I can go ahead and just clean the area just a little bit. Okay, and then dab it dry. Oops. Awesome. All right, and that concludes, now I can go ahead and re-drape over the patient. Perfect. And that concludes the insertion. This would all be disposed of per facility's orders, probably in the trash can. And that concludes the insertion of the Foley catheter. Now I'm going to do my documentation. So first I'm going to go ahead and lower the bed, put the side rail back up, make sure the patient's comfortable, tell her where a call light is, check the room for safety, and all of that is good. So now I'm going to document. We used a 14 French catheter. We put 10 milliliters of saline solution into the balloon in the catheter. There was about 750 milliliters of urine output. It was clear and yellow. The patient was tolerable of the procedure. It was done at 14:45. And like I said, the patient was tolerable of the procedure, and she stated that she felt much better once it was complete. And that is it.